This video was a long time coming for me because for anyone who's been following my content and saw my playlist on my YouTube channel, you can really tell that this is going to be like in 2017 when I began the first marathon. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the other months and the last marathon about what I've been doing involving My Little Pony content, because the next 2 months I'm only going to be releasing My Little Pony content, and that's it. Why? Well, since that Friendship is Magic is officially over, and the fact that all we're going to do right now is either we watch the series, and also expect that Generation 5 will probably keep bronies alive in some other way in the next decade. So, for this marathon, I'm going to be reviewing the episodes I haven't reviewed yet. Everything that you see on here are the episodes that I haven't reviewed, especially episode 9 that I completely skipped on, since that I was doing other projects. Like I said, I did review some of Season 9, but considering the fact that I skipped most, jeez, this is going to be a long time by the second half of February, and it just really sums up onto why it's going to be a marathon and not a month anymore. There are going to be 62 reviews going to be uploaded for the course of the next 2 months. And I'm only going to upload one video per day because I don't want to be overloaded when it comes to uploading content involving My Little Pony and other stuff. Here's the thing though. I was planning to do this I had this idea to do another marathon in the middle of this year, and I didn't know where to do it until after Christmas is officially over. And since that Christmas is officially over and there's nothing left in 2019, I guess a way to start 2020 is a marathon on reviewing the episodes I haven't reviewed. Yes, I'm actually reviewing One Bad Apple, since the crossover review I had with Baseball 71 has been long gone because of its old channel being terminated. Now, just to let you know, all these are gonna be in one shots. Yes, I actually review these episodes in one shots. For one, I don't want to waste a lot of time on reviewing episodes that are much more longer, and the fact that I have little material to go around with, because even though there are some episodes that I can understand the most, there are still some episodes that I cannot get along easily. Mainly episodes like A Health of Information and obviously some of the Season 9 episodes. Mainly the fact that, that's getting towards the end of the series, and the fact that I really have less interest into looking at these episodes again. And I'm saying this because I really think that what I have involving My Little Pony is literally just reviewing the rest of the other seasons episodes that I haven't got to yet. Now, before you ask, no, that doesn't mean I'm done with Generation 4 forever, because it's really obvious that just because you review all the episodes means that you're done with the Generation forever. I might think of something to continue on other than just having fanfics to keep you guys occupied. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's going to be a lot going on when it comes to the ideas of what I'm going to do on my March schedule of next year. But you're still going to have to wait a really long time until MLP Marathon is officially over. Now, before you ask, why can't you just review 2 episodes per day, since that there's 31 days in January and there's 62 episodes, so it's fair even? Here's the thing, I do not want to overpressure myself on completely making more videos, because I've been making these videos one by one in the course of November, and it was a painful time to actually find some different styles of musics, and also trying to put in the descriptions of those musics. Speaking of which, in the next year, I'm gonna reuse one of the other music soundtracks that I used from this year because I'm running out of music ideas for backgrounds. I mean, sure, I do have some, but only for some videos that aren't like review material and stuff. Now, getting back to the months and marathons. When I first started My Little Pony Marathon, My Little Pony Month 2016 back 3 years ago, it was something that I really wanted to do because I actually got interested into the series. Whether if it's mainly the fact that it's old, but at the same time, I did a lot what I could. I mean, back in 2016, I was still new, and ever since I got my laptop, I really didn't know what to do much when it comes to making videos. So, for the first time in my career on YouTube, I made a month dedicated to My Little Pony. I took inspiration from Baseball Sam 1 when he did his month of My Little Pony back in September. But unlike him, I had to review some of the stuff that really caught my interest. Because it's the month that I have involving this alone, I had limited ideas despite the fact there was so much episodes that I have to get to. And me starting off with the Canterlot Wedding, I'm really ashamed and disappointed that this two-part video didn't get a lot of attention. But then again, I was new at the time, and I need to understand that you need some experience on to actually get some more views and stuff like that. Back then, I only made a few Equestria Girls videos, and I only had a few reviews and rants and top 10s during that time in 2016. 2016, in my opinion, is literally the year where it's a newcomer in town just trying to understand what to do and understand what to go into the right direction when it comes to making content involving anything that actually involves cartoons or anything. Because I have to say, just looking back at these videos now, it just really shows that I really need to move on. Some people, I'm pretty sure, are going to say, why can't you just do a review of one of these episodes since they're really outdated and stuff? The thing is, it's way, way, way too late to do a review of any of these episodes because, well, people don't usually find the interest into looking at some of these episodes. Well, it's old and there's so many videos of reviewing each episode, and I'm always going to be in the crowd in the middle of them in these situations. It's just really difficult to actually make a review of these episodes, and if I actually do that with the case, then this marathon will be much, 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 much longer than what was originally planned, because it's really difficult to actually do a review of some of these episodes after for so long, because even if some of my opinions have changed, I really don't even need to make a review of these episodes whatsoever. Not to mention the fact that I've been doing more of these in my first ever marathon in 2017. I'm just gonna say right now that in 2017, it's just really sums up on the fact that I really didn't know what to do when it comes to reviewing My Little Pony content in this marathon. You see, unlike in this marathon, my reviews of these are short, like really short, because I would probably say the same thing again and again involving the characters, and I really didn't know what to go with when it comes to making these videos a little bit more longer. And if you really don't believe me, then just look at some of the videos that I made in this marathon. Trust me, you'll be surprised. A Dog and Pony Show is the shortest review I have done. Now you may be thinking, really? An episode involving reality and the dogs? How dare you? I have nothing against this episode whatsoever, but the thing is, I didn't know what to talk about. Since these moments were one of the prime examples onto why the fan base has been growing since, I really missed the point onto why this episode was really good and really important when it comes to the details of what they did in this episode. But at the same time, in this marathon, I had zero plans on even talking about some of these episodes. Back then, I really didn't know what to actually think of the episodes, whether I completely look at them right now. And considering the fact that the first ever marathon was me just jumping all over the place reviewing episodes, well, I just completely just do an episode that is out of order, because this episode, Applebuck season, would happen at the end of the marathon. I really think that my direction on this really didn't do a lot of justice whatsoever. I only review the first ever marathon was mainly about me reviewing the episodes that caught my interest the most, and that's really one of those examples onto why I think that me reviewing these episodes of looking of what I like the most during my audio times as becoming a brony, it's really the best of what I can do when it comes to the first ever marathon of this franchise alone. Because, in all honesty, this is really one of those things that I just didn't know what to do, and really just to do with it no matter what. Now, in Marathon number 2, on the other hand, since there are other episodes I haven't got to, I have changed a lot over these last 3 years. And the reviews are going to be much more longer and longer by the time they have been uploaded in the first months of 2020. I know some people are not going to like that, but in the reality episode that I showed you earlier, yeah, I honestly think that that's probably the best way to. I think that's really the only way for me to actually continue on with my improvements, despite some setbacks that I keep having for myself. As for the second month, since that is just a month and nothing else, and not a long month, to be honest, I really think that this month was really what I can do, involving reviewing materials from all your seasons and in Season 7. By the time I've been doing this, Season 8 was brand new at the time, and I really think that's probably the biggest mistake when it comes to doing this month. It's not as bad as the first marathon, but at the same time, I really did what I could in order to make this marathon much more unique. The newer episodes in Season 7 caught my interest to the point that I really want to make a review of them, but I want to save those for later. Like I said, I really don't have a lot of things to do when it comes to me doing these videos. The second month of My Little Pony is just me doing reviews off of episodes that I just watched during the time of 2017 and 2018. So I really didn't know what to do with it, especially that this is months before I stopped using my laptop for screen footage and finally using my iPad to record something on the screen that you're seeing right now. I know it's kind of difficult for people to take this seriously since I've been recording something on screen, but I really did what I could to actually make these videos, especially that it adds the charm of what I did in the earlier years of my YouTube career. Just watching this right now, it just really shows that I've learned a lot when it comes to me making more videos and how to improve myself. If this is one of the reasons onto why I got so many subscribers and stuff like that, it's probably me continuing on doing some improvements on my YouTube channel, and the fact that I completely want to do something interesting when it comes to the media that I'm reviewing. Now let's get into the third My Little Pony month. I didn't mention this, but in some of the months I did, if you paid attention on some of the videos that I scrolled down, I add additional videos, mainly YouTube tributes and my reviews of the Season 2 digital series of Across the Agores. The reason why I do this is because it's my way of just trying to actually have this is to actually have this episode, to have this month a lot more unique, unlike the last 2 months I did. Not to mention that in that same month, Equestria's Spring Breakdown was also coming. I think that this is the perfect time to do My Little Pony month, while also doing a review of Equestria's Spring Breakdown at the end of that month. Now, other than the additional videos, there were only 5 episodes of Season 7 and 10 episodes of Season 8 that I reviewed. The reason why I completely did this direction is because, well, for one, I really think that I really found this a lot more fun to do, unlike the other months. Because, for one, I can actually, the more I learn, I can actually save these videos on my unlist playlist. And in all honesty, it's probably a good way to actually make these videos saving up and also using them for a later time. This is what really made My Little Pony Month 3 the best out of the 3 months I did, in my opinion, including Marathon number 1. Because I can actually do something in a cheaper way, despite the fact with some of the setbacks that I accidentally add in. And I really have to say this, though. March of this year was probably one of my favorite months of this year because of how I completely learn my mistakes and also improving on what I can do best. Granted, it's way too late to review these episodes, but considering the fact that I have a grown audience since the past year, it really doesn't make a difference whatsoever, especially that I actually made it to 1,000 subscribers of this month. And let's not forget that this was also the time where I actually had music in the background. And oh boy, was that just really satisfying for me to actually do that. So what can I actually say involving the months of what I've been doing in marathons of My Little Pony in general? Well, here's the thing. Even if there were nothing that actually improved on my YouTube career, despite the fact there were some elements, I still at least it's one of the first things that I've ever did on my channel. And I really think that me doing these is really the best way for me to actually have some kind of style on my content channel. Because I really think that My Little Pony Marathon and month will really mean something to me. And that's why I have it a continuous thing as the years gone by. But since that we're getting close to the end, that Friendship is Magic is officially over, and we still got no information of what Equestria's is going on by the time of this recording, I honestly think that there's really no point on doing a month involving My Little Pony. I had no plans on doing a 4th month of My Little Pony whatsoever, so I decided to do another marathon. Well, it's like the first marathon, except that it's a lot more better than before. First, let me talk about the videos I have set up. Since that I've learned so much mistakes, the videos are going to be much more longer, despite the fact that they're all in one shots. So, whether if you completely like the idea of... oh, wait. Okay, fix it. Anyway, it's just that the videos that I have planned for the next months or so, I'm not doing this on... Wait just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm really sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. My point is that what I've been doing in these months involving My Little Pony Marathon 2 that I have scheduled to upload in the next 2 months, it's really mainly me just trying to wrap up Generation 4 so I can be prepared for Generation 5. Yes, I know, I'm aware that I did not make any Generation 5 videos whatsoever when it comes to you being really patient to look at my creativity and my predictions, but in all honesty, I really want to get these videos out of the way, because after My Little Pony Marathon number 2 is over, I'm no longer going to do a month or marathon involving My Little Pony anymore. For one, it's getting old, and this has been going on for 3 long years. And I really think that ever since doing the final videos of this marathon, I honestly think that was really satisfying and made me believe that all my hard work is gonna be uploaded on the 2 months and the first 2 days of March. Now, there are some videos that I have scheduled for after the marathon, but the thing is, I'm really want to save these videos. Like I mentioned before, that I really have no plans onto uploading these videos during that time. Even if it's way late for people to actually talk about, but at the same time, I'm sorry. I really don't know what to do when it comes to me making these videos and just saving them for a later time. I mean, doing them earlier is one thing, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that these videos are just all set for a later date. I mean, sure, the relevant material behind these videos will be too late, but at the same time, I want to actually be ahead of the game in some of the way because I can focus on other videos in the meantime. I know some people are going to be really disappointed that I'm not going to be able to upload these videos during the marathon, but I will say that the videos that I'm going to be doing in the first 2 months, despite the fact that I have a marathon going on, I will still do reactions and some updates on some of the material that has been going on recently, because as of now, there's really nothing going on at the sort, to the time of this recording. And the main reasons onto why I think that MLP Marathon is the best way to actually start off 2020 is because tomorrow, and I'm referring to the upload of today that I've unlisted this video, I'm gonna get my wisdom teeth removed, and I don't think I'm gonna have the ability to say anything whenever I completely make any of these videos, because I always need my voice, despite the fact that might lead to major setbacks. I know some people are not going to like it, but I really want to make sure my teeth don't get crooked by the time I get them removed. And the fact that I did these videos ahead of time is probably the best decision. So, yeah. At the end of this year, by tomorrow, I'm gonna get my wisdom teeth removed, and I won't be able to make any reactions or doing anything whatsoever, because I don't want don't want the sores to return in my mouth again. Because everything I did in this is probably a best idea to save these videos for later, because if I had to make these videos right now, I will probably be in a predicament where I can't be able to make any further videos for later schedules. I know quantity videos isn't a good idea, but when it comes to MLP Marathon number 2, I really need to actually make those videos over with before I completely continue on something else. It's literally the only way for me to actually make this marathon complete, and also my content on Generation 4 over with. Well, when it comes to months and marathons, but you know what I mean. I really don't want to do another marathon involving this, because I said in my first marathon on the final video that it was really unbearable to actually get this marathon complete. So the fact that I'm doing this for a second time, it's a better way to have My Little Pony being done with months and marathons for the rest of my career, hopefully. And when Generation 5 comes out, when it comes to the details, I'm going to do everything I can to keep up on the content that has been uploaded. It's literally the only way for me to actually continue forward, because with months like this and marathons, I really need to stop before it's too late. I really have so much subscribers gained and also losing subscribers in the course of this month, which really irritates me so much that I'm not going anywhere. Sure, it was mainly my Christmas schedule, but at the same time, it also happens in some of my My Little Pony months and marathons. So I really hope that what's happening after this marathon will probably not contain another marathon a month involving My Little Pony again. like I said, I might think of something to do Generation 4 videos, but as of now, we don't know for sure. Now, now this video is gonna be featured on my main page of my YouTube channel, just so that people can see what is going on. Since that the next 2 months is gonna be a long time for not only me but for everyone else. So yeah, that's basically what My Little Pony Marathon 2 is gonna be about. With no additional videos, no other content except reactions and other stuff. It's just going to be the leftover episodes that I haven't reviewed of this month, of this franchise of My Little Pony. Well, when it comes to Generation 4, that is. And after this, I'm all set for Generation 5, and I promise you that in March, I will give you so much interesting videos and probably good ideas of what I have, because I do have some ideas at the moment that I might be able to use in March. Just give me 2 months, and then the wait will be worth it. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is going to take a long time for my channel to actually continue in some of the way, despite the fact that this is the same issue I have with the other months in the last marathon, but hopefully it will be the final one. I'm Lonely Fanboy Boy here, and there's only one more video to upload, and it's gonna be uploaded on the final day of this year, and that's Equestria Girls Twice Backstage Pass Chapter 2. Yeah, it's still part of my December schedule still. I'm just saving this video for the final day because, as you can tell, it's gonna be I'm going to get into the new decade, hopefully survive from the copper situation, while also trying to make some good content on trying to make myself improved in the next decade. This decade was so much to do, so much that I had to handle, but hopefully I really hope that in the next decade will be my decade. As far as I'm concerned, those last 3 years of this decade just isn't my decade because I was new. I'll see you guys next time. Wish me luck on the Kappa and my wisdom teeth situation in the next several days.